Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. Grab your magnifying glass, because today we are playing Word Detective to unpack a really common, but honestly super frequently misused word. We're pulling our evidence straight from the Wordsmyth Advanced Dictionary, and the word on our docket today is robbery. Over the next few minutes, we're going to meticulously break down its phonetic fingerprints, uncover its true core meaning, and figure out exactly how to put it into practice. So let's dive right in. Think about this for a sec. What actually elevates a simple, everyday theft into a full-blown robbery? People casually throw around terms like theft, burglary, and robbery in conversation all the time, kind of acting like they all mean the exact same thing. But as word detectives, we know language is all about precision, right? There is a very specific trigger that morphs a standard property crime into the noun we're investigating today. Let's find out what that is. Section 1. Welcome to the word. Sounding it out. Okay, let's look at the phonetic breakdown here. It's 3 simple syllables: rob, bur, re. Phonetically, it sounds like ra-ba-re. Getting this pronunciation dialed in is absolutely our first step to mastering the vocabulary. Ensuring we can just effortlessly drop it into daily conversation. Section 2. Unpacking the core meaning. The dictionary definition. According to the Wordsmyth Advanced Dictionary, robbery is categorized as a noun. And the official definition? It's the act or practice or an instance of robbing, especially with the threat or use of force. See, it isn't just about taking something. It absolutely requires that critical element of force to truly fit the definition. This right here is the crucial takeaway. The presence of force, or actually, scratch that, even just the threat of force, is what anchors the core meaning of this word and answers our initial question. If you remove the threat or the use of force, the whole fundamental nature of the event changes completely. Force is literally the defining characteristic that turns an everyday taking of property into a robbery. Section 3. Visualizing scenarios and examples. Painting the picture. Let's draw a really clear boundary here. A situation only qualifies as a robbery if it actively involves force or the threat of force. That core idea just has to be at the center of the scene. Now, compare that to a situation where, say, someone quietly sneaks away with a bicycle while no one is looking. Because that second scenario entirely lacks force, calling it a robbery would be completely incorrect. The boundary is super clear-cut. Section 4. Exploring word relationships, the vocabulary lineup. Now, notice the difference between words that are directly similar versus just related concepts. Words like plunder and theft, they share some really close DNA with robbery. But then concepts like burglary, depredation, gyp, and larceny kind of live in the same legal neighborhood, while maintaining distinct differences in exactly how or when a crime actually takes place. Knowing these alternatives is a total game changer because it helps you choose the perfect, most precise word for whatever situation you're describing. Section 5. Your daily use challenge. Putting it into practice. All right, here is your challenge for today. First up, think of a real-life situation that perfectly fits the definition we just covered. Second, write one sentence about that situation using the word robbery. And third, for a fun bonus challenge, try adding one synonym and one antonym to your practice to prove you fully grasp the nuance. Actually, doing this quick mental exercise is what locks the learning into your long-term memory for sure. So, just to do a super quick recap of our investigation, remember that robbery always boils down to the act of robbing, specifically with the use or threat of force. That is our core meaning. That's the anchor. I'm going to leave you with this challenge to tackle right now as we wrap up this explainer. What is your real-world robbery sentence? Seriously, think about it, write it down, and make absolutely sure it includes that crucial element of force. Thanks so much for joining me on this linguistic investigation. And hey, I highly encourage you to get out there and use your newly mastered word this week.